think a lot of times in the Black community, we spend a lot of times judging and projecting some of the things that we're uncomfortable with, maybe within our own family or within ourselves, instead of uplifting each other and understanding that not all representation is good representation, but to be represented in any way is a step. And then with art, we can decipher how we want to perceive it. And I think because it was created by a Black artist, we as a Black community should support the fact that he not only made just a statue of a Black woman, but it's in the middle of Times Square. So it's hard to overlook us. And so I feel like if we spent less time judging and critiquing and more time uplifting and finding the beauty in things, we could have more productive conversations and we can change a lot of stigmas.
Well,
Well,
I see. Well, first of all, I don't give a damn if it was created in Times Square. It doesn't get a pass because it was created in a significant city. What I see is a fictional. It's fictional. I see a fictional overweight woman who was turned into a statue. She didn't build anything. She didn't lead anything. She didn't contribute to society in a measurable way. She was created
you
to
feel the
make
same way
people.
about Aunt Your Mama?
She was created to make people feel represented. There's no accomplishment there aside from creating a conversation around controversy. This statue is not about honor and excellence. It's about promoting emotion over responsibility. And I think we need to talk about why society rewards visibility instead of virtue, and why women who meet real standards are being pushed aside for a narrative that requires no effort or accountability.
Um,
What are the real standards, Darwin?
What are the who?
What are the real standards?
The
You
real
said
standards
meets
is
real
they
standards.
could have put a statue of a woman, a representation of a woman who's raising a family, supporting her husband.
okay,
For an
so
example.
So
that's the
who's
only
to
part
say
I'm gonna
that
have to
this
disagree
go
with you
go
with
ahead,
that, Darwin.
Simone.
Yeah, that's the part I'm gonna have to disagree with you with. I think that was the whole point in putting that type of Black woman up there. That's the type of Black woman they
Right,
used
Lamar.
to draw pictures about during slavery time. You know, the big butt, the big lip, the big breasts. You know, the woman that used to raise their children and clean their
You say
household and do
that
the
woman
duties.
was that?
I'm
You say
sorry.
that woman is that? Like the
I'm
Sarah, you
saying
saying she's their version?
she favors, no, not specifically that woman, but she favors that. That's what I'm saying. How they used to exaggerate our pictures during slavery with the big butt, the big thighs, the big breasts. You know, that's the woman who was the mother of America, especially during slavery. That's the woman, like the women on the panel said. That's the woman that a lot of us have seen as an auntie, a grandma. That's the woman that's not with the long nails, and that was that homely woman, and it's like that older woman. But I'm not gonna lie, when I first saw it, my initial thought was like, what the hell? What the hell? Um, that was my first thought, but then I'm like, wait, that's a conditioned thought. Like that's how I felt. I felt like it was conditioned. I'm like, what could this possibly mean? Because when it comes to art, like KC said, you have to look at the artist's perspective and what type of artist is it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I did say that. I was like, what the hell? But when I looked at it, I'm like, oh, okay. Like, okay, she normal. Like, okay,
Yeah.
I could try to see where they going with this, you know? Yeah, that's my perspective. And I feel like, yeah, that's it.
But it
Well,
does look like that woman could be like a mother or an
yeah.
auntie or
And that's
someone
what I
that
was
you
gonna
would go
say.
to for, like, that woman does look like a woman that you would most likely see as a mom or an auntie or someone that you would like, someone that's like, I don't know, it just gives off that like that type of person. Like I can't
Yeah.
really describe it, but like I lived in my dad's side of the family, they're all from Memphis. And so when you go to Memphis, Tennessee, a lot of my family members do look like that. And they're married and have been married for, man, 10 plus years, have a husband and everything. And so it's like, I think it's more so just praising a black woman. I think that's what I got from it. And who's to say that that black woman isn't a wife? It's just admiring a black woman and not being portraying a black woman as a stereotype with like this Coke bottle shape. Like this is more so, you
Well,
know.
let's be clear. Let's try to get one thing clear. This
What's
isn't about attacking her body. It's about refusing to celebrate unhealthy standards. I don't support body positivity when it's used to normalize poor health, lack of discipline, and physical decline. Like, if you want to be honored publicly, start by honoring your body with the basics. Eating clean, movement, and self-respect. And I'm against handing out recognition for visible struggle. We respect women who take accountability and take care of themselves. That's what should be represented, not excuses.
And I think when we speak on,
go ahead.
I think when we speak on body positivity, though, it's not about exacerbating the issue of poor health. I think it's about letting people in general know that you should still love the body that you're in, because in order to want to take care of that body, you have to love it first and foremost. And you have to understand what needs to go into taking care of your health. No matter where you are in life, you should still be able to love yourself. And I think that's what body positivity is about. I don't think it's about promoting bad health.
I think that in this day and age, Casey, body positivity has turned into just let me wear whatever I want to wear, no matter how I'm shaped. I'm just going to call a spade a spade. And although you think that this message somehow exudes body positivity, Callie died. None of us are on this panel. If we stand up, none of us are built like that. This is 2025. That lady is unattractive. She's an unattractive Black woman, and we all seen it. And I hate when y'all get on this panel and be disingenuous. This lady is overweight. She has a fupa. She's unattractive. Her braids ain't even cute. Like, they could have at least gave the lady a decent hairstyle. Like, which one of us are coming out here with our hair like that? None of us. The man who created it is not even from America. So to me, no, it's not body positivity. They literally shitting on Black women. Like, they could have put a woman up there. We're not saying that they should have put a woman up there with a BBL, but they could have at least put a woman with a decent physique, with some long, beautiful braids. Like, why would I want that lady to represent Black women? She don't even represent me right now with my natural hair. I look better than her. Like, no. I want to see a woman, when I look at her, I'm like, dang, that's what we doing. She's not doing that for me. Under the guise of body positivity, ain't shit positive about how that lady up there looking with that t-shirt on, them ugly shoes. It's ugly. Let's just call a spade a spade. It's not a good representation of what Black women should look like. And y'all sitting on this panel trying to act like that's cute. It's not. Ain't shit positive about I don't look like her. Okay? I'm just gonna call a spade.
Well, let's
go to the gym every day, so I don't look like her. If you're fat and you're out of shape, go on a diet, do what you need to do. I'm not going to encourage you to not look good.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's just not my stilo. Even with my friends, if I tell my friends, like, I'm fat and I feel fat, you know what my friends tell me? I should go to the gym. Like, I ain't shit positive about that. I don't know why y'all let Liz on them make y'all feel like that's okay. Now she on those It's not okay.
I don't know if you
be out of shape and to be fat.
I don't know if you missed what I said, but when I felt the meaning of the statue, man, it had nothing to do with body positivity.
I don't think it has to do with body positivity.
Anything. Yeah, that's not. When I looked at the statue, I kind of tried to gauge, like, okay, where could he be going with this? I don't even think he even thought the topic would be positive.
Why didn't he make her?
I'm pretty sure he thought the topic would have probably been more of a racial, white versus Black thing.
He has other
I would have thought he
statues
would have thought it was a
that
white
are
versus
average
Black
size.
type thing, but I don't think that was the point of that wasn't the point of it. It wasn't for body positivity.
Why she didn't have on the
It was for the Black women that came before us. I understand where we want to be, but it was about where we're at now and loving where we're at now. So in order to get somewhere better, Lizzo didn't love herself.
Where we at
Lizzo
now?
didn't love herself.
I mean, but Aisha, we can't say that none of us look like that on the panel. Aisha, you have on a t-shirt right now with your hair not done.
But
so you can't say that she's unattractive.
And I'm not out of shape, and I look better than her.
None of us
but
look
if you stand up right now, you might look like her.
Drop of makeup.
But Aisha, for you to say that none of us
Right.
even look alike on the panel, so black
That's the
women come in
point.
different shapes of form.
But you're calling
Like
her
I said,
unattractive for what?
Very unattractive.
So
like I
then
said, when
everybody could say that you're
Sexual
unattractive
wasn't
as
meant to
well.
show
Okay,
that
okay, let's do this.
Why
What would
are
y'all
we
rate
getting
on a
back
scale
to
from 1 to
attractive,
10?
though. The statue wasn't meant for her to be attractive. He didn't create that statue for us to be like, oh, she look good. You think so? Because he
I
did.
think so. I think so.
Girl, you're being disingenuous.
when
He
I
did
see
not
that,
make
It's
that
it's
statue
entirely
if I'm
me being one to myself.
when I see that type of black woman, I think of Big Mama House. I think of Soulful. I think of someone who took in a family and did the homely, wifely things that used to be done in the black community. That's what I see when
I
I
see.
see that.
And
I
that's the
don't
whole
care.
thing
I
of
don't care
art.
what they should look like in the future. First off, all black people that's big don't just have eating problems. They also have health problems. A lot of them are related to health problems, especially at an older age. That's how a lot of our black women look. So for you to be like, oh, you don't. Yeah, at our age, we're not going to look like that. But at 70, a lot of black women be more over like heavier than what they are when they're smaller. So it's like, who cares?
I just think for it to be a statue of a black woman,
like what about her essence? What does the essence represent? That's
so let me just add this.
Like it has to come in a package. And then Darwin said he would rather recognize people that's what? He said it, mothers, people that's aspiring to go for a certain image. That's that woman. That one woman reminds me of the woman that had morals and values back in the day. So I'm confused. I'm confused.
All right, so let me just add.
They wasn't wearing t-shirts and jeans and chucks back in the day. You seen how they was dressing, and it wasn't like that.
But
I
you
just
quite
feel like
literally have on a t-shirt right now.
Like that, my family was.
I said they wasn't wearing t-shirts and jeans back in the day, though.
But Aisha, you're wearing a t-shirt today.
Ladies.
I'm talking about they're representing us today.
Aisha, relax.